Hello and welcome to the early, very early version of the King Camillo channel here. I've been up since 4 o'clock. It's now 6:20, so I figure I'll go live a little bit and then try to wake up and go live later. Um, been doing some stuff around here, like my wash and all that. Sometimes I love getting up early. Anderson Fraudison, how are you? How have you been? Good morning to you too. I've got wood. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I'm so skitterish, I can get wood morning, noon, and night. Okay. I'm so horny the cats aren't safe, Anderson Fraudison. I'm so horny the cats aren't safe. I'm only kidding now. I'm only kidding. Let me address something here. I was gonna wait until later, but I'm gonna address a little bit here. I'm talking about that no good, ugly, filthy crab. That perverted crab that goes around over here. Hey, morning, Mike. I've been up for hours. Been up for hours getting things done. I got so much fucking shit I got to get rid of, like go through and sell. It's like I could spend a fucking year just doing this. I want to eliminate stuff, but certain things I just don't know. I don't know what they're worth, and I just don't want to get rid of something if I don't have an idea what something's worth. It's not like I want what it's worth, but I mean, how do you know you don't have nothing that's worth a lot of money? I mean, if you don't know, I mean, it could be something stupid, but if you can't find it listed anywhere or anything, then how do you really know? I mean, and that's what I come across a lot. Other things, I have a few things that are worth maybe $100, and what am I going to get? I have to decide to try to. But saying all that, I want to talk about the filthy. I may be able to help. Let me know. Well, Mike, pardon the pun, but some things that excite me might not excite you. Do you know what I mean? If I look at a wooden chair, you might say, "Oh, it's just a chair. It's a piece of junk." But to me, that chair could be worth a lot of money if it's a certain type or thing like that. That's what I'm my dilemma. And I'm just bringing that up as a chair, as to get an example. You might stereotype something as junk just because you don't personally like it. But I look at it, and I got all this fish tank stuff that I don't want to get rid of, Mike, because all the ornaments, the rocks and all the plants. Because one day I want to have a fish tank set up again, and it's almost like putting the carriage in front of the horse. You know what I mean? But to do that, I'd have to clean up a bunch of stuff and all that to put the fish tank. So the stuff just starts laying around. It's not good. But back to the dirty, rotten crab. Carl 2.0, you're a miserable, rotten, ugly looking. Leave Oda May alone. Leave these women alone. Stop coming after them. Stop flirting with them. Stop hitting on them. You got the rotten, filthy cabbage to deal with. And you picked it. Now you're stuck with it. Leave these other women alone. Leave Seasons alone. Leave Noodles alone. Noodles is just having a channel. And if you don't like it, Carl, why don't you cam up or why don't you call me up on the phone? Call me up on the phone, Carl the Crab, or we'll meet somewhere and we'll discuss it. We'll have lunch or dinner together and discuss it, Carl. Why don't you show yourself face to face? Why not call me on the phone or show up and we could discuss this over lunch? The problems you have with me, Carl. Why not be a man? It's called being a man, Carl. Let's put all this shit aside and just tell it like it is. It's called it's called being a man, Carl. Being a man. Let's discuss this. Call me up on the phone or come face to face. We'll sit down over a cup of coffee or something and we'll talk about this. Your problem you have with me. But he won't do that. He wants to hide. He wants to run his mouth but hide and do circles and he wants to do little screens and smoke screen me or do something on Noodles or whatever. He wants to hide from people like me and Noodles. Call me up or let's discuss this over something. You know what I mean? Hell, I'll even pay. And he won't do that. He wants to go behind the scenes and hide, but yet run his mouth. The coward that he is. The coward that he is. You got a problem with Noodles, you go talk to Noodles about it. You got a problem with me, you call me up or you meet me somewhere. You don't have to hide. I'm not going to beat you up. Be a man and meet me up somewhere, Carl. I'll drive all the way down there. You meet me at a place over there. You're always bragging about your so called Bronx restaurants and all that. He won't do that, though, because he's a scurvy, scabby crap. He wants to hide and do smoke screens and run around over there. You're a joke. And let me tell you something. You're not going to be, one day you're going to be exposed to who you are. King crab legs are the best. Remember that. Right. Meet me at a seafood buffet, Carl. Why you have to hide and run your mouth? Come face to face. We'll talk about this. Yeah. You're a real ball buster, that's for sure. We'll talk about this. Call me up and we'll have arrangements and we'll have a stream. And if you feel more comfortable that I'm going to pound your ass, which I won't, we'll even bring Noodles around. How about all three of us go out and have lunch or we'll meet over at the seafood place. You could ride in the front seat with Noodles. I'll sit in the back, okay? That's all. You don't have to keep hiding behind a shell and behind your without showing yourself and running in fear and hiding in the back. There's nothing to fear, Carl. We're not going to hurt you. We're not going to hurt you, Carl, for all the stuff you said and did. Oh, we're not going to. I'm not going to do nothing, Noodle. I mean, I'm not going to do nothing, Carl. It's all right for all the stuff you said about my daughter and everything you did to me and all the slashing and all the terroristic threats and everything you did with me. It's okay, Carl. Hell, I'll buy you lunch. I'll heap hot coals on your head. We'll meet and discuss this like face to face. That's what real men do, right? Face to face. Read my lips. Read my lips. Face to face. Face to face. That's how men handle it. Real men handle it face to face. Yeah, sit at the table and break bread, Carl. Why you gotta hide and run in fear all the time? In other words, what I'm trying to say is show some guts. Show some guts because you ain't showing me nothing. All you showed me is how to be a troll hiding in the back Anybody could do that and talk about somebody. It takes a real person to confront them. Or call me up. We'll make arrangements. And not from a spoof phone either. Leave Noodles out of it. You got a problem with me, you come and talk to me about it. Leave Noodles out of it. You're the least thing from Noodles' mind. Trust me, he has a show built up, and whether you're going tomorrow or around, you're insignificant to him, okay? Don't you understand? He is above you, Carl. Noodles is above you. Don't you understand that? But yeah, I'll sit down and break bread with you, Carl. All you got to do is bring yourself. That's all you got to do. And like I said, if you want Noodles to tag along, I'll sit in the back seat. You sit in the passenger seat. Noodles will drive. Okay, and we'll go to you're a real ball buster. That's all, you know. Besides busting my balls for the last 3 years. Seasons. Where's Seasons at? I want to talk to her. Seasons, you fib me again. You fib me again, Seasons. Seasons would make a pretty good co-host. She doesn't have to be committed, but she can come up here once in a while or whenever she wants. We could work something out. But she won't, Chad. She won't do it. She'd rather scurve around as a bottom feeder all her life. She won't do nothing to enhance herself. Barbie dolls to Barbie girl isn't disciplined enough to do any kind of streaming. Clip that. Clip it and dip it. Clip two things. One is tell the crab, look, just meet me somewhere and we could discuss this and we could man to man. Stop trying to hide behind a fake avatar or whatever you're doing. You have a problem, confront the person in real life. And if you have a problem with Noodles or you feel uncomfortable, Noodles can drive. I'll sit in the back seat right behind you and you can sit in the front seat. And as far as Barbie girl's too, she's not disciplined enough for anything. I mean, she's not even disciplined enough in her real life, let alone doing a stream together. She stood me up 3 times. You can't trust nobody like that, man. But seasons would make it good. We have to have a financial arrangement, seasons. You can come up 50-50. Take my hammer. Yeah, this crab's a real ball buster, man. I'll tell you that. For somebody that don't cam up, the nerve of him, the nerve of this crab running his mouth without even showing himself, talking about other people. 50-50 take home pay, seasons. You can't get any better than that. You can puff your marijuana over here. Best meat is a crab legs. I do. I have good crab legs too, man. I got the best crab legs. King crab. I'm a king crab. I'm not one of them little blue claw things that run around over here like we know. I'm the king crab. Start calling this joker out that cam up and meet up. Meet up somewhere. Call me on the phone. Don't call me from your burner phone. Why does this clown have a burner phone too? He said, "Oh, I have a burner phone." Ha 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 ha. I mean, why would he want a burner phone? You know what his problem is? He talks way too much. Way too much. That dirty, filthy crab. I'll buy you lunch, man. I'll buy you lunch. You'll be all set. God, he's such obnoxious. For somebody that doesn't cam up, he sure likes to run his mouth about noodles. He talks about noodles. He talks about me. He talks about seasons. Why not talk about yourself not camming up for once? Because you don't got too many friends around anymore. I'll tell you that. Only that Gonzalez guy. And stop begging for money off of people. Because I heard a rumor you're going around begging for money. You're trying to act like some kind of Don Juan, Al Pacino looking guy. Meet me for lunch. Cam up. For God's sakes. I'm calling you to meet you face to face. We'll discuss this. Stop slivering around in the background, making fun of Hazel and all that. Off of somebody that has the gall not to cam up. I think if you don't cam up, you shouldn't be on YouTube. When you don't want to cam up, you're hiding something. And what are you hiding? In his case, it's a very, very unattractive looking, obese, obese looking fella who's grossly overweight. You know, this guy falls asleep and stops breathing in his sleep because he's so obese. He has to be hooked up to machines like a crab needs to be hooked up to a fucking a bubble pump for oxygen. You know how a crab in a tank has to have bubbles and oxygen? He has to be hooked up to a machine to sleep. Haggy Rants, what you need is a strict diet. Now, why would I want to come on your stream to fight with that one legged horse? She's irrelevant to me. She's nothing. Day 25, it's like Tina D wants to fight with you. Tina D wants to fight with you. And I'm like, why? Why? You know? Dogs come to me. I don't go to them. Remember that, Haggy Rants. No. Anyway, this is a pre live before a pre live, and I'm going live in about an hour. Haggy Rants, my channel's picking up. You know why? I'm the talent around here. And why you keep begging me to go over to your channel? I don't go around with them people, man.